Good afternoon. On behalf of the Fulton County Police Department, I want to offer my sincerest condolences to the family and friends of our fallen comrade. A bright, shiny light has been extinguished. Our loss is immeasurable. The pains that we feel are sharp. On Wednesday, March 4th, 2015, at approximately 12:42 a.m., the Fulton County Police Department received a call for service in reference to shots fired at the Parks of Cedar Grove subdivision. Officers responded to 7200 block of Parks Trail in Fairburn, Georgia. Officers spoke to the complainant, who provided a physical description of the suspect and other pertinent information. While conducting a search of the subdivision, Fulton County police officers were ambushed by the suspect, who began shooting at them. Officers responded to the threat by engaging the suspect, who subsequently sustained non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. The suspect was taken into custody and transported to an area hospital. Further investigation revealed the identity of the suspect. He is Emmanuel Mengesha, a 32-year-old male who resides at 7262 Parks Trail, Fairburn, Georgia. Gunshots from the suspect hit two Fulton County police officers. One officer's duty gear saved him from injury. The other officer, Police Detective Terence received a fatal wound. Police Detective Terence Green was 48 years old. He began his career with Fulton County Police Department on March 31st, 1993. He graduated from the Fulton County Public Safety Training Center mandate class on May 28, 1993. During his employment with our department, Detective Green has served the Special Services Section, Criminal Investigation Division, the Patrol Division, and he served us for 22 years. 22 years. He is survived by his parents, Mr. Johnny Green and Mrs. Bertha Green, 4 sons, Marquez, Isaiah, Emmanuel, and Samuel, and an older brother, Lee. Again, our heartfelt, deepest is extended to his entire family and large community of friends. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Today is certainly a sad day in Fulton County. We're standing here with our police department along with the Board of Commissioners. First of all, wanted to express our condolences, our sadness to the family of Detective Green. I had a chance to speak to the parents this morning, express my condolences to them. But we certainly feel that the detective gave the ultimate sacrifice, trying to protect residents of our community, trying to protect citizens. Unfortunately, he died. And so we're here asking for the prayers and the support of all the citizens of Fulton County, directed towards the family of Detective Green, but also to keep in mind this wonderful police department who go out and support us on every day, on a daily basis. So again, the Board of Commissioners, we're here showing our support. Certainly want to give my fellow colleagues an opportunity to express themselves their condolences at this time. Commissioner Darnell, District Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On behalf of all of the residents of Fulton County District 6, where Police Detective Green lived and worked, and indeed all the people of this county, we'd like to speak directly to the families of Detective Green and say to them that you have our deepest sympathy and condolences, and that words will never be able to fully express how we feel about this ultimate sacrifice that has been given by this soldier in Fulton County. I believe the best expression, however, of our sadness will be a recommitment to carry out the goals which our police aim for every day, and that is to protect the health and safety of all the people of this county with integrity and intelligence And it is in the pursuit of this goal that Detective Green gave the full measure of his life.
I'll just say that this is a stark reminder that we have to do everything we can to support our police officers. So important to support them in everything. They put their lives on the line every time they go out. As a father of 4 daughters, I'm very disheartened to hear that he is leaving behind 4 young sons. And I challenge the citizens of Fulton County and the state of Georgia and the United States of America to help make a contribution to help his 4 children. It's just a very sad reminder that we must stay diligent in everything that we do, and it's just such a huge loss to lose Detective Green in this fashion. But we thank all of the law enforcement officers and all the counties, everyone for offering their support. And we just ask that you continue to pray for his family. I believe the best expression that we can do is by making some sort of contribution to help his children. Thank you.
Vice Chair, you care to speak?
Yes, thank you. Words cannot begin to express the sorrow that we feel today as the Fulton County family loses one of our dedicated officers that has worked diligently to protect our community. We grieve for the family. We grieve for the Fulton County family, and to the officers that are still on the street today that have to continue to do their job. We pray for you as well. We know this is a very difficult time for you as you continue to do the work for public safety in our community. Our prayers go out to the family, and I agree that anything that we can do to support the children of this fallen officer, it's our obligation to do so, and I commit to do that. Thank you so much for being here, and it's just a very sad day for Fulton County.
Commissioner Ellis?
I want to echo all my colleagues' comments. This is the toughest of days. When I got the news this morning, driving in, just my heart breaks for that family, for all of the folks that were impacted by this. I mean, this is a very, very painful day. We do need to support that family, those 4 boys, and anything that we can do to support them. I echo all my colleagues' call for support to them. And I want to say to all of our law enforcement folks, I know that you're out here now serving with an even heavier heart, and I just thank you for that. I don't know how you go about doing that after what you've just gone through, but I know all of you are professionals, and that you're out there, and all your officers are out there right now serving and protecting us. And I thank you, and our prayers are with you. Our prayers are certainly with the family and with all of his co-workers as well.
Commissioner Garner?
Thank you. Good afternoon. I think words have been expressed here, but I too want to offer my condolences to the family. I want to offer my support and my condolences also to the Fulton County Police Department. I think in times like this is a call to all of us who are citizens, who are residents, who are family members, to really come together as community. Safety is paramount in our lives and in our communities, and this is a time for each and every one of us to stand up and take responsibility for our communities in order that they be safe. This is really a heartfelt time, but I do ask us to all take responsibility for the safety of all of our citizens. And again, my heart goes out to the family. My heart goes out to the police department. This is indeed a sad time.
And last but not least, Commissioner Morris.
My first father-in-law was a career police officer, and I learned a little bit about courage by getting to know him. Sometimes there's that occasional event where someone reacts quickly and is called a hero, but I think courage happens when someone sees the danger and acts anyway in the face of that danger. And I think every time that police officer puts on that uniform and goes to work, he or she is exhibiting that courage. I always make it a point when I see a police officer to stop and thank them for the work that they do. And I hope all of you will join me in trying to acknowledge the fact that these folks, these men and women, are truly heroes. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. As you've seen, strong solidarity for the family, but also for the police department. I know that there's probably an ongoing investigation that is going on, but Chief and Chief Stiles, if you are available to answer any question that the press may have, certainly welcome you to the podium at this time.
Chief, can you give us a good idea of the sense of Detective Green, who was on the force for a number of years, 2 decades, the kind of officer and kind of person he was?
He was a very friendly person. He didn't meet any strangers. He was a special services unit that he was in was a crime prevention unit. So he dealt a lot with the community at one time in his career, as far as helping teaching people how to keep safe. And so, you do a lot of non-law enforcement things in that unit. And so he had a bond with the community in that sake. And then he was a very good patrol officer. He was one of those patrol officers that, on a call, he might take a while because he's talking to the people and he's taking his time and making sure they truly understand and giving them other opportunities and other alternatives. So he was, and he didn't have any friends, any strangers in the police department. Some officers have more friendly mannerisms than others, and he was one of those officers that was extremely friendly. You could call him officer friendly because he was just that type of guy. He didn't meet strangers.
Chief, can you talk to us about the conversation that you've had with his sons or with his family here? And I can imagine that was a very difficult part of your job. Can you just shed some light on that conversation this morning?
Well, of course, it's very difficult because when you've lost your child, when you're talking about the parents, you've lost your child, there is just no answers right then. So something like that comes with a slow healing process. Before we really just talk, they have to grieve and just to even come to realization that it's happened. Because most of the time you don't think this is not real, it's a dream, they're going to wake up. So we've been mostly there in a support mode, and until it gets to that point where we can have some real conversations. But his family is just grieving terribly at this time.
And how about your officers, the conversations you had with those who work with detectives?
Those conversations, everybody is trying to remember the good things. And they're very sad, and they remember the times when they did certain things on certain calls, or when they went to the academy together, and just all the ways he's helped them. And they just feel they have lost a brother. They have lost a family member.
Chief, how hard is this for you?
Extremely hard. As I've stated before, this is a call that a chief always dreads. This is a call that I pray every night, every day, 10 times a day that I never get. And when you get it, you're not ready for it, but you have to lead and you have to go on because you have to stand there and be that strength for your officers. But it's one that you just can't even imagine. It's like losing that child because they're all my children.
Let's shift, obviously, to this suspect. Can you tell us, is this someone you all knew, someone who had history of some sort, or even was in trouble or harmed? Can you talk about that?
We have been to his home before on different incidents. So, yes, we did have some familiarity with his household.
You said the other officer was saved because of his duty here. Was it a life vest? Did the bullet penetrate the vest and stuff, or deflect? Can you explain?
It was actually his radio. His radio, the bullet went through, the radio saved him. It penetrated the radio.
There's something that the suspect had post-traumatic stress disorder. Is that something that has been confirmed or investigated?
We're still investigating. We have no idea at this point.
Chief, your investigators, have they been able to tell you, with looking at the background of this particular suspect, have there been some encounters, confrontations previously with police?
Yes, there has.
Can you describe those in general?
He has had violent tendencies, I can say. He's had violent tendencies in the past, but I can't really go into any further details at this time because a lot of things are still under investigation. Even prior cases have not been adjudicated.
Chief, dark, foggy night, you never make sense of this. What have you been thinking about for the last 12 hours? Go over the scenario and try to piece together where Officer Greenwood, you can't make sense of this in any way?
Well, we can't make sense of it, can never make sense of it, but what we are doing is trying to put the picture together, and we are still in the process of doing that.
As far as the weather, we heard early on, that it didn't help us.
Weather is always a factor when things occur, and when the weather is bad and it helps to let's say, stop your seeing ability, the visibility factor is always important in anything you do. And so, of course, that lack of visibility or semi-visibility, it was a factor. That too is still under investigation.
Can you tell us what kind of weapon was used?
It was a rifle.
Can you give us a sense, when we were out at the scene, we saw a lot of markers, it looked like a wide investigation. Can you tell us what that suspect did in response to?
Yes, what had happened, we had received the initial call from the home because that's where it began. And then after that, we received several calls throughout the neighborhood where he just sort of appeared to go on a rampage in the neighborhood. And so that's the reason why the investigation was so wide.
What type of rifle was it?
I don't have the exact type at this time.
Was it an assault weapon type or was it like a deer?
Assault weapon type.
Chief, as part of this, does it seem to be alcohol? The things that I've read so far, it seems like alcohol played.
In his history, yes, but we can't say in this investigation. It's still ongoing. And I would like to take the time to mention that so many agencies came to assist us, and I'd like to make sure I list them and give them their thank yous in public. We had the ATF, we had the U.S. Marshals, we have GBI, we have the Fulton County Sheriff's Department, the Fulton County DA's office, and then a lot of other neighboring agencies have called and asked to assist us. But those agencies actually came out and are a part of the scene or actively assisting us in one way or the other.
Was it a Fulton County Sheriff's deputy who actually shot the suspect?
That is still under investigation. It's still under investigation at this time.